Hey everybody, Ted Parrish back with you. I'm a contributor here at Music with Ryan, working on fingerstyle guitar. Today we're looking at a classic folk tune, Bury Me Beneath the Willow. Fun tune that we're going to put again in drop D tuning. In this lesson we're going to learn a new chord, shape for D. We're going to learn this classic melody, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. As always, to access the full-length video and the tab, click the link in the description below. We are again in drop D tuning. Our low E string down to D. We'll be using the D chord, A7, the G we've been using, with the bass at the 5th fret, and a new chord shape today, a D up the neck, or a higher D. This one right here. So I'm making that chord with, I got the first string at the 5th fret, then I'm getting the second string at the 7th fret. That's one part of it that we'll be using. Now sometimes you also use the 3rd string at the 7th fret, giving you this chord. A little D inversion up the neck. This chord comes from, if you know your bar chords, that type of bar chord D. We're just taking part of it here. What that gives us is access to some higher notes for melody. So when we start the song, our pickup note is actually this note right here, 7th fret, 2nd string. And then we get to the chord. Here's how that first little part sounds. We'll be doing all that up in that higher D chord. So if you hold the chord, you have your first two notes, the pickup note, and then on one, we're going to pinch. Usually when I'm playing with, the thumb of course is playing the bass here, we're going to use the second finger on the first string, and your first finger is going to play strings 2 and 3. So that's our pickup note on 4, and then on the first beat, pinch, thumb, second finger. We use our pinky to get the 7th fret note. And again, that's all with the second finger on the right hand. Now the melody shifts to the 2nd string, and that's played with the first finger. The melody goes to this note, a D, but the chord changes to a G. So we need to grab a G chord right there. Here it is again. And I'm trying to slide down with this finger, not for the sound of the slide, but just because we don't want to take the finger off the string if we don't have to. That way you can stay on the same string, guide you to place. Now we're in G. We're in measures 3 and 4 now. It's all played with holding the bass. And again, it's your first and pinky finger playing the melody. Pinky on, pinky off, and then first off. First 4 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. G chord. Back to our regular D. So now we're on our second line of tab, measure 5, and we're back to our regular D shape. We have a nice little run there, and that's mostly through the D chord shape here. And that would be your first finger with the thumb, on the second finger. You notice we get to the line here. And now we have a 5. Well, we're not going to go back to this shape. We're just going to go to a second position. Get these two notes, leave the D chord shape behind for a second, and transition to the A7.